Hello everyone, this is JPL and today I'm joined with...
Christopher!
Yes, and we're a podcast naming brackets.
You forgot to count down.
Count down? What do you mean count down?
With the...
The countdown with the phone?
Yeah, no.
Nope, not this time.
Yeah, so like we used to record at Liberty University and then we did it over Skype during the summer and then now I'm at your home.
Yeah, he's now in my house. I kidnapped him from campus.
Indeed.
And so we're in the same room now, which you can probably tell. The bonds of friendship.
I think, what do I think? Oh, the main reason why we didn't want to do it at Liberty is because we had to wear masks the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't fully mind. The problem for me was I don't want to stay on campus for a while. Because I just don't like being there right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're back on campus for college. And it's only been 2 days, and I'm not really liking wearing a mask.
Well, lucky you only had 2 in-person classes.
Yeah, like yesterday, I didn't even go to my class.
You didn't?
No, I showed up on campus, like, my class is at 2. I showed up at 10, to be early. I sat down, and I just looked around and just thought, I'm like, I don't really want to do this right now. Like, I don't like sitting here.
Bad little student showing up to class.
Well, no, like, also, part of the reason was, like, I'm retaking that class. So, like, I already know the introduction. And it's like, I don't really want to go there right now and do that. Because it's like, it's hours away. And plus, I had a meeting later that night, so I don't want to stay on campus, like, all day. So I just sat there and thought, it's like, I don't like sitting here wearing a mask. It feels really lonely. Even though I'm in this room with like 100 people.
Well, I mean, especially if you're not interacting with people, yeah, you're going to feel
Yeah, because it's also like, I want to see friends, but
Yeah.
I can't because I can't see their face.
True.
And it's like I'm sitting there with this mask on my face all the way up to my eyes.
Well, this one's the one, like, all around your neck.
Yeah, this one, I'm putting the mask on right now.
Like, at least those are easier to breathe through.
Yeah, these are the ones that are easier to breathe through, which is fine. But the problem is, I still look like a bandit.
You do.
Especially like when it's all the way up to my eyes, and you know you have my glare, the way I look at things.
Yeah.
I look like I'm about to kill some fool.
My mask is, like, a lot thicker, and so, like, you know, it can just end up sounding pretty muffled.
But yeah, I was only sitting there for like half an hour. Like, I could read stuff, but, you know, I was distracted. It's like, I don't want to sit here for hours in a place where I'm surrounded by people, but I'm still in isolation. I don't want to do that right now.
So what did you do?
I just went home.
At what time was that?
I was there on campus at like 10:30. 10 to 10:30. I got home like 11:30. And I just stayed at home until the meeting. I am going to campus tomorrow. Like, I am doing that.
You will be in class.
I'll be in class. One thing that will help is I'm probably going to go much earlier.
Why earlier?
Earlier so that I'll be in the commuter lounge, because I was there this morning, and I'll just sit there and read for a while.
Okay.
Because there I'm intentionally putting myself aside to sit down and do work and read.
Where were you on Monday?
I was in Montview.
Where's your is that class in DeMoss?
It's in DeMoss, yes.
Yeah, the commuter lounge is, like, that place is already isolated as it is, right? People don't interact there anymore, like, since the remodel. So,
well, not just since the remodel, since, like, a lot of people that we interact with are gone now.
True.
So
we interacted with, like, or at least I did.
Yeah, with a lot of people. Like, is Anthony still around?
No, he's in Florida.
Oh, well, that's a shame.
It is.
And of course, Jonathan just got married, so
yeah,
he's gone.
Where is he? What state does he live in now?
I ain't telling you.
Okay, fair. or at least for podcast reasons. No idea.
You did not catch that.
No, I did not.
I don't think I even whispered anything. But anyway, yeah. I'm going to class tomorrow. I'm going to do that.
Good. Yeah, at least you have the easy to breathe through mask. For me, like, the issue is, like, I have some light head issues. And so wearing a mask for a long time, it bothers my head. So, like I said, I will be wearing a mask, like, through the halls as I'm required to. But I hope you understand that, like, after sitting in class for, like, 4 hours, that I need to breathe. I cannot live like this.
In the communal lounge, you're allowed to take off your mask when you...
Really?
Yeah, when you sit down.
Okay, nice. But I can't go in there anymore, so but it's whatever, I guess.
You probably still could.
I'm not a commuter.
Yeah, but you were.
I was. Like, if I need a spoon or a fork, I'll give it a shot.
I mean, you can go and test it. See if they'll let you in. Because you were there for like 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
You're an honorary commuter.
I'm an honorary commuter. Yeah. Like, I think I would probably do it, especially, like, if I... But the thing is, like, already last year, like, I barely went to the lounge because I just didn't feel welcome in there.
Yeah, I don't go to the lounge for the people.
Yeah, not at all.
Because, like, there's no people there for me.
Mm-hmm. All those people left or never interactive. What? Yeah, just, like, all those people... Man, times have changed, man.
Yeah, like, that was another thought process I was thinking through. Was like, when I was in high school, when I was a senior, like, all I could think about was leaving. Like, I want to be done, I want to graduate and move on. I'm in college now. I'm a senior. I don't want to go because I don't know what to do.
Yeah. I just think, like, about the people that, like, I used to know. Like, where are they now? Like the people that I barely knew. You know what I mean? But, like, deep down inside, like, I still think about them occasionally. I still care about them. I
still think about people that, you know, I've only met, like, once, maybe, sometimes, depending on who they are.
Depending who they are, yeah.
How much of impact I had on them. Because it's like, I wish that we could have a stronger relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's a lot of people that I wish I had a stronger relationship with, but, you know, we don't exactly... hang out.
Yeah.
Even if we did, we're, like, not exactly compatible. Trust me, that was my freshman year, where I was very looking for just someone to hang out with.
Mm-hmm.
And I just sit there, and there's really no discussion. They're doing their work, and I'm just sitting there.
Well, but we do have homework to do, which you don't do.
I'll make an effort this year. I really do need to make the effort this year.
Mm-hmm.
Since last year it didn't really go so well.
Like what? You want to open up that last year?
For that one class that I'm retaking,
yeah.
I didn't turn in any assignment at all.
This is a bad man.
Yeah, like, it was just a lot of writing and reading.
What class is it?
It was for a youth ministries class.
Was it the one that I met you at in front of the tower?
Yeah, it was that one.
Bad.
Yeah, the thing about it was, like, we got to the point where I actually needed to write the essay, but the problem was I didn't even read any material that was required for me to actually do the essay. So
did you drop the class? I guess
I did put it as an incomplete. I withdrawed.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's fine.
I've never had to do that, so.
Well, it's my first time. Hopefully the last time.
Hopefully the last time.
My sister withdrew a few classes in her time, so I wasn't too bad about that. But, you know, things happen sometimes.
True.
Let's take a look at Anchor for today.
Okay, yeah. You just really pivoted.
Oh, we got... Oof, that's a lot of people.
Is that...
Yeah, the last time I checked, we were at 190.
Okay.
So, we got a new listener. I got some more money.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice.
Top episodes. What's our top?
Our top one is, of course, the one with CJ.
Okay.
Faith and Art. Followed by Neosporin. Podcast related to the Knights Templar. And we could get sponsors. And looks like we're not going to name out these places, but you know. Yeah, our new listeners are from Virginia. Sorry. America. and other places.
I didn't know.
I love this option.
Great.
I love this option. For geographical location, they also put like the planets in our solar system.
That is beautiful.
We're only being listened to by people of Earth.
Which is sad, but it is what it is.
We have no gender, it seems. Which
Spotify 10%.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Like it was larger. But our other thing.
I wonder who's listening through other. That makes me wonder.
I assume it's like one of the other.
Go down. I'm just curious. What happens when you hit device? You go down more.
Huh?
Go down. Devices.
Devices. Other.
How? Okay. Fine.
I don't know. Probably Safari or something.
That's interesting though.
But yeah, like normally we have the gender, but today we don't. So that's a shame.
Wait. Go down.
Oh my gosh.
Go up. So that's weekly. So I wonder if like, let's look up monthly.
Monthly. That's that makes sense.
Go up tad. I'm curious if the stat above is.
Yeah, the stat.
Oh, that's total place. All right.
Yeah.
Go down. More. I want to see. Oh, come on, man.
I can't show you anything.
Why not?
And we're doing podcast right now, so let's just.
No, but come on.
Yeah, it's fine, but yeah.
Crazy.
I'm crazy.
Oh my god.
And then we got. It's nice. Yeah, I'm getting some revenue. I got $2 now.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
How much to cash out? Do you know?
$2. I can cash that out. That's how much I made. Still no listener support.
Support us. Come on, I want to see it. Come on.
See what?
Dashboard.
The dashboard is pretty much what you just saw.
Okay, no, wait. Go down a little.
Yeah.
Monthly.
That's what we did.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, it was.
Go down more. More. Okay. Did that change? No, it didn't. Why not?
Why would it change?
Oh, wait. There we go.
Yeah, mainly males. I want some more female listeners.
I want some more female.
I do. I don't know why, but I do. Just so we could... I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Let's just look at our public site. Yeah. Beautiful.
I have it on my website. I might have to change a few things on my website.
That's fine.
So you saw that. You need to answer those messages.
I will after the podcast.
You better.
That's fine. You know, I don't text people all the time. I just messaged them this morning.
Okay, but still, you left them on red.
I did because I was busy waiting for you.
Okay. Busy waiting for me. That's why you couldn't answer those people.
Plus, I have the thing about how to reply.
Have you seen my website?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes, I have.
Okay, so I have the podcast thing on there. So for me, you might know, but I haven't really been active as
I haven't
personality.
Noticed.
You haven't?
No, yeah, I've noticed.
Okay.
I'm being sarcastic.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You're sorry.
But I'm still trying to get back into the spirit of things. I feel like some people might think oh, he just wanted to get monetized.
I do.
But true.
I mean,
oh, you got Instagram on your phone finally.
Yeah, I'm keeping it just so I can look at people.
Yeah.
Like you and my other friend who do stuff.
Yeah, stuff.
Do stuff.
Stuff.
Yeah, we had a storm last night.
Yeah, but did you post the episode on Monday? Because I didn't get a YouTube notification.
No, there was nothing to post on Monday.
Oh, right.
Yeah, because we weren't here last week. I posted an older episode in place of our normal schedule.
Okay.
But this week, people, you will have a podcast.
No, obviously, because you're listening to it.
Yeah, you're listening to it now.
Hey, guys, seriously, if we want to hear your thoughts.
Give us $1.
If any of you guys are actually listening, you could contact me on Instagram at thechristofer164. What's your Twitter?
I don't know. I mean, all the information's on Anchor or whatever program.
His information's on Anchor.
Yeah, just click on the Twitter icon. It'll send you to me.
And if you want to talk to me, you can Google Christopher 164 and
yeah, you'll find him very easily.
Very easily.
As opposed to me.
Yeah. Like apparently, like you wrote a lot of songs back in the 70s. I did not know that about you.
Oh my god! Shut up. You mean 60s?
Oh, was it 60s?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they premiered in America in 64.
Okay, but he was still doing stuff in the 70s.
Yeah, but it was mainly 60s.
Okay.
Into the 70s.
Gotcha. Okay, so what were you were going on something?
We had a storm last night.
Oh right, the storm last night.
That was pretty nifty.
That was. Were you expecting that?
No.
It just happened.
It's just like
it wasn't even just like a drizzle or just a hard rain. It was a ridiculous rain.
Yeah, with like strong winds. You know, I had branches that like fell,
like people were saying the rain was going sideways.
I was watching it, like looking out the windows, like the rain was like, huh. I wonder if we're gonna get another tornado. That'd be cool.
Cool. At my church where I was at, there was a blackout.
Yeah, I saw that. Here's like one branch that impaled itself into the ground.
At least, I mean, I guess I'm glad it wasn't worse, but that was just crazy.
We had a blackout for like 10 seconds.
Oh, you guys did?
I did.
At least it was just 10 seconds.
Yeah, like I barely noticed because like we're in the dark anyway. Plus I was outside, but yeah. Here's the back porch. I'm showing him a video. Mm-hmm. We had water all coming in.
Were you able to get it out or dry it up?
I just left it there. And then all of a sudden I got this tree branch that's just right there.
Okay, that's crazy.
I don't know where it came from.
From above.
Because we're like a long ways from a tree on this side and a tree on that side.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was like a fun mystery.
You know what? I find it interesting that you actually have an iPhone. But I guess it is an older iPhone.
I told you. Like, I got this against my will.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
My parents...
Just the fact that you have a phone,
yes.
It should be surprising.
Yeah, my parents picked me up from school and brought me to the store. Said, like, hey, we bought you a phone.
But you needed a phone anyway.
I had a flip phone.
But you needed, like, for Top Hat and such.
Yeah, for Top Hat, I needed something.
But is that it, basically?
Mainly. I'm a bit disappointed. Because, like, they didn't tell me they were going to do this. They just did it.
You hate surprises.
No, I didn't want a smartphone. Because I didn't want to have that temptation of just spending all my time checking my social medias like I do.
Do you have Twitter on there?
No.
No? Good idea.
Yeah, no, I don't have Twitter on, like, any portable devices. Only in my desktop.
Why do you have Facebook on there?
Because I use Facebook more than Twitter.
Okay. Wait, you have more than one portable device?
Yeah.
Like an iPad?
Like Kindle.
You can install apps on there?
Yeah, Kindle Fire. Yeah.
Okay, a Fire. Okay.
Yeah.
What else do you have installed on the Kindle?
Kindle, Netflix, YouTube.
Show me the Kindle afterwards, because I kind of want to see it, because I've never really, like, witnessed a Kindle.
You never witnessed a Kindle?
Well, I mean, I've never witnessed a Kindle Fire. I've seen Kindles back in the day that was, like, more like the older classic.
I miss the old Kindles. I really do.
I liked, like, how it was, like, formatted to feel like a book, even though it was digital.
Like, because, like, it was digital, but it was mainly like a magnet on the screen, and like that was so cool. I really liked that.
So, but now it's just like a big
I had
tablet.
that, but it broke.
That sucks. So now it's basically just a big oversized tablet.
It's a decent size. It's pretty small.
But it feels like a smartphone.
It's kind of bigger than a smartphone, but because I don't use it for calling.
I know, but like the texture.
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
It's a bit more complicated than that, but yeah.
Okay.
That's how that goes.
Yeah, I want to see it after the podcast.
Sure. I'll show you that.
Okay.
How are you doing?
I'm tired. This is my first year living on campus.
No, don't be tired, Christopher. We all know what happened last time.
What happened? You mean with me napping?
Yes.
Yeah. So I think what happened with that is... like, I had gotten off my medication.
Yeah.
And it was kind of helping me sleep. And and then my body was just reacting.
That makes sense.
So I think that's what happened.
Yeah, that's an acceptable excuse.
Mm-hmm. But it was crazy. That whole week was so messed up. What? So did we record that week, or what happened?
Last week.
Not last week. Last week I
no,
had the
like
meetings.
we did, but you just weren't.
I was so out of it.
You were out of it, like by the end of it. Do you not remember that?
Because I was so tired. No, I probably took a nap after it. I'm pretty positive I took a nap after it.
But you don't remember that I got so bummed out because you weren't listening?
I remember that. Oh my gosh, yeah. Like I actually almost fell asleep on the podcast.
you did, but you did. They can't actually see what you did, but like you pretty much got like this small pillow, put it in front of you, and you put your face down, and like I saw you do that, and I thought, that's
the end.
Like that's not a good idea. He's not gonna listen.
Oh yeah, I felt bad, but at the same time, like I was. Yeah, that week was so bad for me. It was crazy.
Yeah, I wonder how our listeners took that.
Well, our listeners.
We actually do have listeners.
We do. But they're not talking to us. They're not talking with us. It's a one-sided relationship, and that makes me sad.
It's a one-sided relationship.
Yeah, fix that, guys. Fix that. I really do hope people are listening, though. But it also is like, it's like a bigger weight because I feel like, it definitely kind of started like we're doing this so we could spend more time together.
Yeah, we're not doing this for you guys.
But now it's also it is that responsibility that it's not like we could just say anything, right?
Not really.
Well, it's a mix of both, right? This is a time for us to get. To spend time together, but it's also we do have to be mindful about what we say.
Yeah, because like if we want to talk about something that's more private or something that's like I don't know if I could say that on a podcast, we'll do that offside the podcast.
Or we try to.
We mainly do.
I mean, when it comes to like when we get upset about politics or stuff, that's stuff we'd rather keep off the podcast, but we never talk about outside the podcast
because I don't like speaking in general about politics.
You don't like speaking in general?
Yeah. That's why this is a good conversation to have.
And it almost sucks to be John's friend is because outside the podcast, does he talk? I mean, it's kind of true. I'm just saying. Like before we jumped on the podcast, we were kind of talking, but kind of not. And I was kind of like realizing like we're really talking now, but soon after the podcast, it's kind of go back to silence a little bit.
Yeah, because the thing about me is like I need to have a conversation.
Yeah,
like
no, I'm conversational too.
I cannot just do small talk. Like I can't really start really doing the conversation. Like I need someone to ask me the questions.
Yeah, well, but you also need to. I know you do it for the podcast, but also just in general.
Like,
you need to stem questions too.
I try.
Remember when I called you today, and I was standing in line at Chick-fil-A, and it was just like silence for like 2 minutes.
I didn't know what to say.
Yeah, I was hoping.
It's like, what am I supposed to say?
Yeah, I felt
like we said hello. We said that we're good. I told you that I'm waiting outside in the car. And that you're in Chick-fil-A line. What else is there to say?
Well, I mean, we're obviously. I don't know.
It's like I had nothing else to say. So
it was so uncomfortable, I will say. That's like the first time I heard you laugh like that. You should laugh more.
Yeah, I try.
Well, I'm glad we captured that moment for everyone to relish in.
Yeah, that was a weird laugh, by the way.
You should laugh like that more.
Not like that. I don't like the way that sounded. But there's my cough laugh. That was fun.
Cough laugh.
Yeah, when I'm laughing so hard that I start coughing.
You need to do that. I need to hear that.
And I did that once, I think. Last time I did that, I think.
I don't remember.
Or was it a different podcast? I don't know. There was some podcast where I was laughing so hard that I got a high-pitched cough. You know, that happens. Like,
well, was that after you talked about
it exists.
Killing everybody?
There is footage about that.
Okay.
Not just on the podcast, but somewhere in my older videos. It's existing.
It exists.
It's somewhere out there.
Well, as soon as you pull it up, I'll probably take a nap.
Anyway, so yeah, I have the wagon wheel. That's in my house.
What wagon wheel?
The bench. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the wagon wheel bench. That's what it is.
It reminds me of like those big cannons from like the Revolutionary War.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's what it reminds me of.
And of course, I've had that bench since before I was born.
Mm-hmm.
And like, there's a funny thing, because like, before that bench, we gave it to someone else when we moved here first.
Mm-hmm.
And then we just recently got it back.
Where did you move before the missionary stuff? Was it Texas, you said?
No.
No? Was it Lynchburg?
No. It was in Portsmouth, or it's over in Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah. Yeah, my parents...
Oh, wait, that's where your grandparents are.
Yeah, I was basically with my grandparents. That's where I would go.
Okay.
But yeah, like, my parents, they went to Texas for a bit there, for school. And then they went to Paraguay. And the first thing they got there was this wheel.
In Paraguay?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And so we've had this wheel forever.
Ever and ever.
Yes. And here's like an image when I was little. There's a side-by-side image with an image that we took just recently. And an image with me when I was little. And that really puts things into perspective. Because when we recently just moved that, I looked at that bench and it's like, I remember that being bigger. So yeah, you take a look at the photo. Your people are not going to see that, but there's me as a little kid, and I can look at that and I'm like, wow.
Your smile got bigger.
It did.
That much I noticed. I don't think I've ever seen you smile that big before.
That's my photogenic smile.
Photogenic smile.
Yes, but yeah, I remember the bench being bigger because, of course, I'm smaller.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really think about how the world just gets smaller as you grow. You don't really think about that. I don't think of myself as growing. I always think like I'm the same as I've always been. But apparently not. Like, if you look at all the photos, like, oh, I'm smaller. As in this photo here, I'm really small here.
Right. That's an interesting point.
Yeah, it's an interesting point. Because, like, I'm really small here, and that bench looks much bigger when I look at that photo. But now, it's like, I take up half the bench, if not all of it. So, yeah. Works fun. We recreated photos with, like, me and my father, with me and my sister. And then there's just another photo with my grandfather. Not with the bench, but, you know, it's nice.
Yeah.
Baby photos.
Baby photos.
Baby photos. Those are fun. Those are fun to look at.
It's really crazy to see how people change.
It is. Like, even when you're looking back at that, it's like, huh, I remember that. I look different.
Mm-hmm. But I can kind of tell it's you, though. What?
You can you?
I can.
That's nice.
Good.
I don't know. It's hard to tell.
I mean, like, if I saw the picture isolated, I wouldn't say, oh my gosh, that was John. But, like, side by side, I can see, like, yeah, look at how he's grown. What?
Sure, yeah.
What?
What? What do you mean, what?
It's just the way you look at me.
I smile, you know? All I do is smile and I look at people.
Make them uncomfortable.
I do that. I do that all the time. It's like,
at least I'm used to it.
You're used to it.
Yeah, I'm used to it.
Yeah, there's a friend who always gets creeped out when I look at him.
Really?
Yeah. It's like, I'm not even looking at him fiercely. I'm just looking his general direction. He's just like, what are you doing?
It's like,
I feel like you're looking to my soul, John. Stop it.
So, have you talked to CJ since coming back?
Tiny bit.
Like in person?
In person, yeah. Well, like just for a minute or two when we were like in the hallway or something. Mm-hmm. Not much.
Okay. So I guess you guys aren't in the same play.
No, we're not. But yeah, CJ.
I wonder if he has class during this time.
He does.
He does? Okay.
He does. Maybe.
Then that's not going to work.
I don't know. But like he and I, we have to get him on the podcast again at some point.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And of course we had the interviews to do for a 5-year podcast.
Where we...
I'm interviewing people.
Okay. That's your thing.
That's my thing.
That's your thing.
That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna interview people.
Me and you?
Mainly me. I'm gonna interview you.
Oh, okay. You're gonna interview me.
That's gonna be interesting.
That will be interesting. So, like, what are you thinking about? Like,
I'm just asking for general information. It's like, oh, how did this go? Like, how did we meet? How did you get on the podcast?
Okay.
Some like basic stuff like that.
That makes sense. Makes sense.
Do you feel like your life has changed since the podcast?
Maybe not because of the podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay. So, is there anything else on your mind?
On my mind. I don't know. I got artwork around me. This is a fun tangent to go on.
Oh boy.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
Oh boy. Mickey Mouse, which is nothing to do with this room.
Well, no, that says oh boy.
Oh boy. Okay. Yeah. That makes sense. Squeaky room. How are you doing, Christopher?
You asked me that.
I did.
Yeah.
I'm asking you again.
Because,
like, we're running out of things to talk about.
Right. No, I mean, like, it just feels good to relax. Like, I know we're not really talking about much right now, but it feels good to, like, just sit back and to relax and just, to really just chill. I would be tempted to take a nap, but I think it's better that I don't.
It is better if you don't.
Yeah.
Not in my house. When you're in my house, you're with me.
Yeah. So, yeah, he's not going to give me a pillow or anything like that.
I will not.
Yeah. What is that?
That is...
Is that a Doctor Who something?
It is a Doctor Who something.
Because I think I asked you before.
Yeah. It's symbols that's in Doctor Who. Gallifreyan symbols for those Whovians out there. My mother painted that.
Okay. She liked Doctor Who?
I mean, we watched it together.
Okay. Is Doctor Who currently on?
Not at the moment, no. I mean, it is and it isn't.
Like...
There's nothing new going on right now.
But there was within the past year or two.
Yes.
And it sucks.
Yes, it does. It really does.
Do you think they should put it to rest?
Yeah, I think they should take a break. Like, they should just cancel the show, let it rest for a bit. Maybe in like 5-10 years bring it back. Because, like, they did that. The show got canceled way back in the 90s. And they brought it back in 2005, so... Yeah.
And it's been going on since 2005.
Yeah, for 15 years now.
Wow, okay.
Wow.
So, like, do those bullets from that thing actually shoot?
Yes, they do. He's pointing at a Bionicle figure. That has my Hydrax on, who has those thingies. Those bullet thingies. Yeah, they shoot.
So, what do the apples mean?
Apples, that is the cutie mark signature for Applejack from My Little Pony.
Okay, I was thinking it might have been My Little Pony.
Yeah. This is a strange way to have a conversation.
It is, but you mentioned this stuff around your head.
Yeah, I mean, take a look around. It's pretty interesting.
Do you sleep with any stuffed animals, like, in your bed?
No, I don't.
No, I still do.
No, I did when I was little. With, Yeah, I didn't really do it much. But, you know, I did it just for the idea of doing it. Because, like, oh, other people do it. I'll try it. But yeah, I have 3 of these dogs.
3 of them?
Yeah. Yeah, these are Beanie Babies, I think. Yeah, it's a Dachshund Tracker. The Beanie Baby collection. Tracker, the dog. The nice droopy dog. Ooh.
I think I want to see the tag.
You want to see the tag? He wants to see the tag. Anime.
What about anime?
What do you do about? Do you watch anime?
No. Honestly, I think the only TV shows I watch are SNL and South Park.
Mm-hmm.
John tries to think of another subject to talk about since he doesn't like either SNL or South Park.
Yeah, but, you know, what are your thoughts on anime? Like, what do you think about the general perception of anime?
I'm not against the animation style. It's not my favorite.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
I guess my issue with anime is, from what I've done some research, like how sexual it can get. So
yeah, that is.
I know it depends on the show, but
no, like every show.
Really?
Every show, yeah.
Huh. Then that's
like even if it's not like overly sexualized, the style is still
okay. Like if we're talking about like just in general, the girls have super short skirts like that. That's a fashion thing. That's for me. I mean, like we could argue about is it sexual, is it not? I'm talking about like actual like PG-13 or R-rated or X-rated elements.
There's a lot.
There's a lot, but that's not every show, is it?
No, it's not every show.
I understand like every show, like a lot of the girls like have like super short skirts or whatever.
Yeah.
But like that's almost like a weird conversation. Like, is that sexual or is that fashion? You know what I mean?
I mean,
I've never seen an anime.
Well, no,
I've never watched anime.
I mean, it's mainly it is kind of sexual.
Okay.
Because like that's the reason for getting that style of art style. Because of course the whole problem with the breeding situation where there's a lot of males in Japan.
Oh, so they're trying to get more people.
And not a whole lot of females.
So they're trying to...
Yes. So that's why they changed their culture and their advertisement to include more stuff like that to help to stimulate the guys into, you know.
Have you done research, like, is it working?
I don't know. I mean, it's working in the West for sure. I know that. But yeah, I would think that if they still doing it, sure, must be working somehow. But yeah, that was.
I did not know that.
Yeah, that was my biggest issue, for not going into anime.
Mm-hmm. What made you bring up anime?
It's just a conversation because I've been watching a few, recently, and there's there's stuff in it.
Besides the sexual stuff, like what else is there that's about anime?
My mesh stuff is just like some art styles, animation styles I don't really care for. Some ways that they tell their story I don't really care for. Animes.
What about like content issues? Like besides the sexual stuff, like are there any other content issues that are?
No, not that I can think of. No.
Interesting.
I mean, sure. It depends on how you think of it. There's a lot of dark stuff for sure. Animes are terrible when it comes to endings. Cause like I have never had an anime that has a satisfying ending. It's always, oh no, darn it, there's a sacrifice right there. Gee whiz, I don't want this person to die. It's not a happy ending. Gee whiz. Golly gee. Gee darn it. H.G. Wells. Anyway, how are you doing, Christopher?
That's number 3.
Yeah. So yeah, just any thoughts, things you want to get out here about that?
I'm just still like that's interesting about anime because like I've not really like dug into it. So
yeah, I'm not a big person into anime. But if something is worth watching, I'll check it out.
So do you think it's worth watching?
No. It really depends. Like if someone suggested something to me, I'm not gonna watch it. Like, I have to be intrigued by the art style. I have to know.
Okay, so then finished.
So art style / character design.
Mm-hmm.
I have to maybe know a thing or two about story or characters, and general perception of it.
Okay, so then, how do you feel about South Park? You want to dive into that?
I do not.
Why not?
I have nothing to say about it. I don't like the art style.
Okay.
I do not like the animation style.
Okay.
I don't really care for the content as well.
I mean, I get the content, but like, I guess to each their own.
And yeah, like the animation style in South Park is supposed to be cheap, because it is cheap.
Like so what's interesting, like the very first episode was almost completely done with construction paper.
Yeah.
But apparently it was really expensive to make. funny enough. But yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. How are your classes? Oh, I guess we just started, so that's a terrible question.
That's a terrible question. I've only been to one class.
Right.
Yeah.
How are your online classes?
I don't know. They don't start for till October, November.
Oh, you're doing a latter half?
Yeah, I'm doing latter
half.
Why? I just prefer that.
Why didn't you do one and then one?
I just prefer that.
Okay, John.
Because I just prefer doing it later.
Okay, John.
It's okay, brother. It's okay, brother. It's okay.
Provided you live. Next semester is going to be my last. That's ridiculous.
For you.
For me.
Yeah, like, how do you feel? Like, you're becoming a senior.
I am a senior.
You are a senior. And you're leaving. Ish.
I don't know. Like, I'm definitely trying to live in the present. That's kind of... But I'm trying to do at the same time. It's crazy and overwhelming. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because, like, I have no idea, like, what to do.
Mm-hmm. For me, it really is based upon the job I get.
My entire life has been just finish high school and then finish college.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to do next.
Right. Like, our lives are so mapped out through college.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Part of the reason why I wanted to live on campus is because I wanted to be able to grip of my life, move out from my family, but not fall flat on my face if I just like moved out after college. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're kind of like in an interesting position where you are kind of already living on your own. You are taking care of things already.
I am.
You could probably teach me some things.
I probably could. There's a bit of a problem with COVID, where like I've been stuck at home for months now.
Right.
On top of that, my family has been here, and they had not been here for like about a year.
Yeah.
And so they pretty much took over. They took my responsibilities.
I bet that felt nice.
It did, but now that they're gone, it's kind of like it's disruptive in my life. Because now I'm kind of lazy. I don't really want to do this. I don't want to really go out there. I want to stay here, sleep in, do all that.
I want to sleep in.
Thank you, COVID. I mean, sure, I love having my parents.
Right.
But at the same time, a lot of my individuality... Sorry, my... what would you call that? My... My individual responsibility is thrown out.
Obviously, I feel like all of us would have wished that Corona didn't happen, so that none of this would have happened.
Yeah, even still, because like everything's being pushed to next year, movie-wise and video game-wise.
What do you think? Okay, so speaking about movies, what do you think about the whole Mulan deal?
What about it?
What do you mean, what about it?
Which part of the Mulan deal?
Shouldn't it be obvious, John?
I don't exactly know what happened.
Okay, so after being pushed, because dates, at least Corona, maybe production, but I don't know for sure. Disney said, all right, it will be on Disney Plus, but you'll have to pay $30 to watch it.
30, huh?
30.
Interesting.
So on top of your regular Disney Plus subscription, $30 to watch Mulan.
Huh.
You did not know about this?
No. Because like, I'm pausing my Disney Plus right now.
Uh-huh. Well, it's been in the news. And I don't watch movies. I don't have Disney Plus.
I've never seen that in the news.
Okay, well, now you know.
Now I know. That's interesting. I think I get where they're coming from.
I mean, they want to make money. I get it. And it looks like a high-quality production.
It is.
Right?
And also because it's not in theaters, as you go into Disney Plus, that means they make less money from doing that.
But the thing is, like, some theaters are opening back up, so why don't you give those...
No, they're not.
They're not?
They're not. Not yet.
I thought some are open.
But not many.
But some.
Yeah, but they're not going to release it to some. They'd have to release it to a bunch because they get a high sense of revenue.
Why not you do it a week in theaters and then put it on Disney Plus?
They're not going to make a lot of money by doing that.
Well, you're already not making a lot of money as it is right now.
I'm also seeing that like the reason for the higher price for it is to help balance the loss of revenue sales from movie theaters.
I know.
Because that means there's less people that are going to purchase it on Disney Plus. So they make that revenue back from giving that $30. I could get it from that sense. But yeah, I'm not paying that much money for one movie.
Here's one thing I do kind of understand is, like, for example, like if a family went to a theater, they're paying $40, $50, who knows how much, to see the movie.
True, yeah, because...
And then but then the discrepancy is, like, for the family, oh, it's $30, we're saving money compared if we got tickets, but if it's just an individual person, that's way more money than they would have spent in the first place.
So you're saving money if you're doing it for a family, but for individuality... Just wait till...
But that's what most people are thinking on the individual basis.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people operate individually.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was not what I heard at all from Mulan. I just heard that there was a controversy with the main actress. And, like, people are like, you shouldn't have watched this because this actress said or did this.
Not aware of that.
Which was pretty dumb. Because it's like... I don't really judge a movie based upon what a person did. I'll judge the movie based upon the movie itself.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to watch Mulan because I don't really want to watch Mulan, the remake Mulan. I'm not going to watch it because the actress said or did this. I don't care.
Sorry.
I do not want to watch Mulan because I don't think I would enjoy it.
Did you enjoy the original?
Yes. But I do not want to watch a remake because I don't like remakes in general. So there's my take on that.
Have you seen some of the other Disney remakes, like Lion King, Aladdin?
No.
You didn't?
No, I refuse to because I don't think I wouldn't enjoy it. I really wouldn't.
You really are a purist.
I am. Because, like, I've already seen, like, one or two remakes before the big thing came out, and, like, those aren't good.
Which ones?
I don't remember. But I know I saw them.
I mean, I guess I don't know. So, did you watch the new Sonic movie?
No.
Why not?
I don't really care about Sonic.
Okay. That's fair.
I mean, I'm glad that the studio made the changes. Because, like, that's a triumphant moment that they actually listened to people and made, I would say, a far better movie than if they had that ugly thing.
I mean, that was huge.
It was huge. They had to start over. And props to them for doing that.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we're getting our Snyder Cut.
Are you excited about that?
I'm excited for that. Yeah, they released a trailer this past week.
They released like 10 trailers or something, didn't they?
For different things. But
right.
There's one for Snyder Cut, which I'm excited for.
Are you excited about these other movies?
I don't think it's gonna be good, but it's gonna be
Better.
It's gonna be better than what we got.
True. I feel like that's what everyone wants. They want better.
Yes.
What do you feel about the other movies? Because I feel like some people are excited about one other movie. Something about Batman.
Yeah, there's a new Batman movie coming out.
What is it called?
The Batman.
What a dumb name.
No, it's not. It's fine.
The Batman.
The Batman with a new actor. That
Another new actor.
Another new Batman actor.
Why?
Because it's new. It's fine.
It's not fine.
It's fine. It's whatever.
It's not.
I'm somewhat excited for it.
You'll see it whenever it comes out. Is it a remake or is it something fresh and brand new?
I mean, they're all fresh and brand new.
It just makes
they're all
it's confusing.
Yeah, pretty much comic book movies are all fresh and brand new. They'll just implement like thematic elements that came from comic books. They don't actually remake the comic into movies unless they do it 2D, which they have for some.
Mm-hmm.
And those are good. I like those. Get up.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah, wake up.
The Batman.
That's not a problem. I don't really care about that.
Has there been anyone who says they care about that besides me?
No, the title's not really a problem.
Why is it not a problem?
Why would it be?
The Batman.
It's not really that bad. Because that's what it's about. It's about the Batman.
Alright, question. What about the new Suicide Squad? I keep forgetting. Is it a sequel or is it a completely new Suicide Squad?
It's a sequel.
And it's supposed to be better.
I don't know. I mean, it's directed by a person who's made some pretty good films, like Guardians of the Galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
So we know what his style is like. We know that Suicide Squad could benefit from that style.
Is there supposed to be a Guardians Galaxy 3?
Yeah.
When is that supposed to come out?
2 years maybe.
That's been in production for a while, I feel like.
Yeah.
Because remember he was fired?
He was fired and then rehired.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, it's going to come out when it comes out. Things are delayed because of COVID.
I think I saw somewhere that there hasn't been a new Marvel movie in a year.
There is not. They were supposed to, but that was postponed.
Well, who's even...
Like, the movie was ready to release.
Here's the thing with Corona. You know what I mean?
Corona.
No, seriously, my mistake. With Endgame, like, there's not as much high interest in Marvel as there was. And
yeah, because, like, after Endgame, pretty much, for me personally, like, that's where I was reaching for.
Right.
After that, I don't care anymore.
Will you watch them?
Eventually.
Like when they're out on Disney Plus or whatever?
Maybe. It might take me, like, I don't know, a week or two before I actually watch it. Maybe even more. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Really depends on how I'm feeling.
What movies are you actually excited about?
I'm going to see Guardians 3, because I like those series of movies.
Okay.
I might see the next Thor, depending on how it looks.
Mm-hmm.
Besides that, there's nothing else in terms of Marvel that I'm actually interested in.
But movies in general?
The new Godzilla movie, which I'm still waiting for.
Do we have a new date?
Yeah, it's next year.
Spring?
Yeah, May, I think.
Okay.
Or November, one of those two. I've been waiting for that movie for 7 years now.
It's been that long?
Sorry, 6 years. They announced it 6 years ago.
Thanks, Corona.
Thank you, Corona. I'm excited for that. That should be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Pause. Yeah, but yeah, movies, video games, they're pushed back, they're delayed. Video games actually not terribly pushed back, but enough. So yeah, 2021 will be slightly epic. Slightly epic if we're done with COVID enough.
But Snyder Cut's still coming out on HBO.
That's on HBO, so we're fine in there. But like, there's a lot coming out next year because they got pushed back, along with stuff that they're gonna release anyway for 2021. So yeah, we're good. We're good.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, assuming things don't get worse next year.
Mm-hmm.
Which it'd be funny if it did.
Let's not.
It'd be funny. It'd be ironic, I would say, ish.
It just depends what happens.
Depends what happens.
Oh my god. Well, I don't know. I'm excited for when Corona's not an issue anymore. When we don't have to wear masks.
I'm done with masks.
But I am thankful that school is in session physically, though.
Yeah.
Because if that wasn't the case, we wouldn't be interacting physically.
Yeah, that's nice. At the same time, though, I really don't like the mask situation.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, I'll wear it because I want to respect people, but at the same time, I hope that they understand that I need to breathe, that I have head issues, and that I need to take it off at some point.
Yeah. That's an issue.
Mm-hmm. Big time.
Big time! What else did I have to say? How you doing, Christopher?
Number 4.
Inside joke. When I have nothing to say, just ask how you're doing, Christopher.
Oh, wait. You know what's my joke?
What's your joke? No.
Thank you guys so much for listening.
Shut up. Stop it. No. I saw that coming. Wow. I turned back really quick as soon as I realized, oh no, it's a joke.
You want to do the VeggieTales thing?
Right now?
I mean...
Probably not today.
What?
Today we're probably just going to set up and just see how it would look like.
Okay, that makes sense. Do you want to work on that? Because we're kind of dying off here.
I mean, let's see if we can, like, last maybe 10 more minutes.
Okay.
Sorry, listeners. We're a bit loopy.
I'm a little tired. Thankfully not as tired as 2 weeks ago, but...
Good. It's good.
How much sleep did I get last night? Did I wake up at, like... oh, no.
Yeah.
Between 6 to 8 hours.
In other news I'm probably going to do a news video about this one.
Yes.
Powerpuff Girls.
I've heard of them. You want me to show me a picture?
Yeah, the Powerpuff Girls is an old cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
Which, was really fun. I pretty much grew up on that show.
Okay.
Me and my sister.
Okay, wow, yeah.
Yeah, these
are
iconic. So, the news is they're going to make a live-action remake.
Mm-hmm. Movie or TV show?
TV show. On the CW.
No, the fact that it's on the CW.
That's the problem. Like, one thing, the live-action remake of Powerpuff Girls, nobody likes that. Like, that's just... Look at the art style. Do you think that's going to transition well into live action? No. And to make it worse, this is the CW we're talking about.
It's the CW. I don't even watch the CW, and I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like me.
I mean, okay, here's the thing. Like, I was following Supergirl for a bit. Like, I never watched the show, but, like, I watched its demise.
Oh. I mean, demise / increase. Because Supergirl was terrible to begin with. It got slightly better. Plus the problems that come with CW. Yeah, CW was good-ish a decade ago. I've been watching it decline.
So we have, like, no preview of what the Powder Puff...
They just announced it.
No, like, okay, so, like, we have no art design or any idea.
Like... Oh, I have an idea based
on... Okay, are we getting girls or are we getting teens? Or are we getting 20?
We're getting our girls when they're in their 20s. And it's going to be a gritty show.
No surprise.
With them being like, I lost my childhood based upon me crime fighting. And it's going to be that emotional weight about that. Which nobody wants. On top of that, this is the CW.
That would have been an interesting concept if that was a completely new thing.
And if it was a cartoon.
Or if it was a movie.
A movie.
It should have been a movie.
It needs to be animated, though.
Maybe?
It needs to be animated, though, because the art...
I think it should have been a movie.
Because the art style is very important for the show. That makes the show. That and the concept it's based off of. Like, it's supposed to be an homage to comics, anime, and cartoons. That's how they're stylized. Mm-hmm. You can't really do that.
A live-action TV show on the CW with the girls, and how old were they?
They were kids. They were like kindergarten, first grade. They're like 6, 7 years old.
And they were like superheroes.
They were superheroes. Now,
and then
they're in their 20s.
Be complaining that they lost their childhood.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm not saying is a bad storyline. I'm just a little...
The idea of it is cool. I just don't want the CW to do it.
Right.
Because, one...
It's a CW.
Their production value is going to be terrible. Uh-huh. Because they won't put a whole lot of money into it. So, instead of having our classic, iconic design costumes, a lot of it's just going to be in plain old clothes. And for sure, they're gonna make one of our characters at least gay.
Right. That I'm expecting
because
100%.
CW, they have to be
LGBT. Friendly.
No, they have to be progressive. They have to push these things just for diversity, which I hate it just for that. It just it doesn't work for me.
I have mixed feelings about the whole diversity issue. Right. It's hard for me to really I don't think
because they don't do those characters well enough for it to justify that they need to be like this.
That makes sense. You have a show, you have a story, you can do what you want, I guess, but what you said, right? When they feel forced to be diverse, then I feel like that's where it sucks.
Yeah.
Right. Now, from a Christian or biblical perspective, I have my opinions on LGBT. But from a storyline thing, from a I'll say secular, but from a secular storyline perspective, I don't have anything wrong with having an LGBT character. I don't have a problem with having people of color.
Yeah,
but when you feel forced to do
it, and you make that a selling point of your content,
then
that means you don't have faith in your own content.
Yeah. So, here, one interesting example is, Pixar Onward, they had a lesbian character who was kind of a bit of a background character who didn't really have a prominent role. I didn't watch the movie. I saw articles about it. But, some people made an interesting point of how, it was their way of normalizing it. It's all right, this the storyline wasn't on that character, but the fact that she had a lesbian wife... that was just them normalizing it. I thought that was a very interesting perspective.
Yeah, I could see that in Disney recently, that they're trying to normalize it and they're trying so hard not to make it forced. They're almost there, but it's...
I think, again, this is from a secular storyline, type perspective. It's really difficult for me to say that's a good idea, but at the same time it is. You know what I mean?
We're not in the point in society yet where it's going to feel completely normal for that thing to happen.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So, I don't know. It's interesting.
It's interesting.
But yeah, Powerpuff Girls, I'm not looking forward to this show.
Are they actually going to be superheroes as adults, or is it literally just
there's probably going to be some action in it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's...
this is honestly, again, that should have been a movie. You could deal with all these storylines, you could deal with all this rough stuff in a movie... But to literally have a full TV show where it's going to be a depressing TV show that's going to go on for seasons upon seasons upon seasons upon seasons. And you're going to have all these broken stories and broken relationships. It's going to be really draining on people.
Yeah, I mean, sure, the first season might be
interesting.
Here's the thing in most shows, the first season is usually their best
Mm-hmm.
because there's no promise of a second season. So they're putting their A game on it. And that's what I'm expecting. Like, they're going to put a lot of effort in this first season. Not enough, but enough to make it like, yeah, this could interest some people. But again, the more you go on with the CW, it's not going to be good.
It should have been a movie. It would have been a really interesting movie when you really think about it.
Yeah, like, it should have been a movie, and once again, like I said, an animated movie. Like a sequel to our beloved show.
And honestly, like, you didn't even, like, the movie doesn't even really have to capitalize on the fact that they were Powder Puff Girls. If you kind of know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's what the CW is really trying to do, but if it was a movie, like, yeah, you're going to say, alright, this is the Powder Puff Girls after their childhood, but, like, it doesn't have to feel like the repetitive selling point, because this is a one-time event. If you kind of... Does that make sense?
Yeah, also, you have characters in the Pop-Up Girls that need to be in that art style, because that's what makes them. So imagine this guy in the CW show.
For those listening.
Yeah,
his name is...
His name is Mojo Jojo.
Mojo Jojo.
Mojo Jojo, or Mojo Jojo in Spanish.
If he appears.
He definitely is going to appear.
Well, like, then again, yeah, I haven't watched it.
You cannot do Powerpuff Girls without Mojo Jojo. Like, he's iconic for the show. And it's not going to be translated well.
When is the TV show happening?
I don't know. Whenever it does. But yeah.
Can I see an article? I'm really curious. Like, you could literally hit the back button.
I can.
As there are some of these, like, this is...
Alright, let's look at an article. It's on Variety. All they said is that we're getting a show. It's probably going to be next year or the year after. Depending on how they shoot things. Because, yeah, they do things. There's no date for what's coming. They just said that they're announcing it. And that's it.
Well, they agreed to reunite now that the world needs them more than ever. So they will be superheroes.
Yeah, very likely, because, it's a superhero show. But, like, they're also going to be facing the fact that they're old now.
So how have the things been on Twitter?
Most response is just like, why? Nobody wanted this. Like, mainly it's just a bunch of memes with like these bulky Powerpuff Girls. Yeah, this is very interesting stuff to listen to. Clicking. Do. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much that. This is something that also makes sense. But yeah, that's the conversation on Powerpuff Girls. I'm not looking forward to it. I
mean, for one who's never watched the Powderpuff Girls, I'm intrigued on how well or terrible it will be.
I don't like that they're doing this, because like Powerpuff Girls, I don't need that show to be tarnished by CW. Anyway, is there anything else we want to talk about here for today?
I don't think so. I feel like we'll be talking about some things related to VeggieTales off the mic.
Off the mic, yes, that's happening when it happens.
When it happens. So, I mean, like I mentioned Mulan. I don't really remember anything else really that's crazy going on, entertainment. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So, I can't think of anything else. I probably should start making a list of things to talk about if I think of anything.
Yeah.
And if there are other things we want to talk about, I probably would prefer to talk about off the microphone.
Yeah. And of course, audience, give us things.
Yeah, communicate with us. Gosh darn it.
With money. I don't know.
With money.
$1 makes all the difference.
Indeed.
Indeed. So yeah, thank you guys for listening, and we'll see you all next time. Bye.
Bye.